From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Alberta MP Matt Jeneroux has crossed the floor from the Conservative Party to the Liberal caucus. He met today with the Prime Minister in Edmonton. Jeneroux says Mark Carney's speech at the World Economic Forum in January left quite an impression on him.
And honestly, it was the speech in Davos where you took everything head on, and I think for me that's where a lot of the world changed. I think it opened a lot of eyes for Canadians, Albertans, Edmontonians, just how serious this national heating crisis truly is.
Jeneroux is the third Conservative MP to cross the floor in recent months. British Columbia has set up an online book of condolence to honor the victims of last week's Tumbler Ridge mass shooting. A physical condolence book has also been set up at the BC legislature. Both will be available to sign until Friday. Democrats say they're escalating an investigation into U.S. President Donald Trump's threat to stall the opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge.
Democrats allege President Donald Trump's social media post last week came hours after Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick met with the billionaire owner of a competing bridge. The Gordie Howe Bridge has for decades faced massive pushback from the Maroon family, which privately owns the rival Ambassador Bridge and is a major Republican donor. Representative Robert Garcia and other Democrats launched the probe last week, demanding details of Lutnick's meetings and correspondence with members of the Maroon family. In a letter to Matthew Maroon today, Democrats are also demanding he provide details and information regarding that meeting. Kelly Malone, The Canadian Press, Washington.
4 Ontario children have been hurt after their school bus slid off an icy road this morning into a ditch near London. The crash area was on the edges of a freezing rain warning. Several Southern Ontario school boards cancelled their buses or closed schools ahead of the storm. Canada is extending express immigration entry to a variety of careers, including researchers and military personnel. It's part of a plan to attract what Immigration Minister Lena Diab calls top talent to the country. Ottawa's immigration plan prioritizes permanent economic immigrants while reducing temporary admissions, especially for students. McDonald's Canada has announced a meal collaboration with Toronto rapper Drake's brand, OVO.
This is what I'ma do till it's over, but it's far from over.
The OVO partnership targets late-night sales featuring a night Sprite with blue raspberry syrup dolled in their signature black paper cup with the golden OVO owl on it. The full meal includes a junior chicken or a McDouble paired with the poutine, also sold at lunch and dinner. The meal was teased with cryptic posters bearing only the OVO and McDonald's branding last week, but was quietly released with no further marketing from either brand on Tuesday. Naira Ahmed, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, Canada had quite the scare but made it through as Mitch Marner scored the overtime winner in a 4-3 men's hockey quarterfinal victory over Czechia. Canada was down 3-2 before Nick Suzuki's tip-in goal tied it up with just 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Also at the Milan Cortina Olympics today, Canadian short track speed skater Stephen Dubois won gold in the men's 500 meters. He won silver in the mixed team relay last week. Canada's speed skaters have won bronze in the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. It's a record 4th medal at the Games for Moncton, New Brunswick's Courtney Sereau. Paul Coffey is now back behind the Edmonton Oilers bench. The former Oilers defenseman and Hall of Famer returns to the coaching staff after a previous 2-year stint leading the club's defensive corps. And the Seattle Seahawks are going up for sale in accordance with the wishes of late team owner Paul Allen. The team's coming off its 2nd Super Bowl victory in franchise history. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.